And Chris, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Okay, so you're both from New York.
Originally from Queens, New York, and growing up as a kid, I wanted to be a rapper. I think like most kids in my neighborhood, I wanted to be an MC, and it was kind of chasing that passion that got me closer to filmmaking, because I went to audio school, graduated from there, and I have the knowledge of being a recording engineer, but then after going out into the field, I kind of felt, I wouldn't say I felt contained by what I was able to do with the knowledge that I had acquired from being a recording engineer with where I was as far as a creative person. And I found myself in a crossroads where the music wasn't enough. And I ended up, that's what started writing. It started out writing short films. It started out just writing letters to my son, believe it or not, before he was born. I was just writing letters to him about things that I had learned in life. And I tried to write it in a way that would be entertaining to a young kid reading it. And then that kind of just gravitated into me telling like life learning stories, you know. And then that kind of kept evolving. And before I knew, I was writing my first screenplay. And, you know, about 12 years later, now I'm hooked.
Well, I was born in Honduras, so I'm actually Spanish. You know, I'm born in Honduras, and I came over here to New York in 1987. So I think I was like 6, 7 years old at the time. But yeah, lived in Brooklyn, New York, and from Brooklyn I came over here. But ever since I was a kid, I was always into martial art films and action films. But I never thought of myself as being an actor. So trying to act, I always wanted to just fight, just compete, and see where it takes me. Until I came to Los Angeles, and then I met him, and that's.
And he'll never say it, but so I'm going to say it for him. He's really, really good. So he's not going to say it himself. He can do really spectacular things. If you look at the Redemption short film, you'll see him kind of climbing the telephone poles and jumping off of buildings and doing flips off of cars, and that's just the beginning for us. So we're still learning what we can do together, what we can do on film and on camera to entertain. So I'm really excited about the prospects for the two of us in the future.
Wow.
So, from what you've learned of the film and acting world, what are the similarities to the music industry and also fighting that you take into pursuing this new venture?
To me, as for the similarities to music, is very similar. It's the passion still has to be there, the work ethic and the dedication still has to be there, the attention to detail. To me, in my years as making music and writing screenplays, to me, I find that everything has a formula, no matter what you're doing. And it might not be a formula that fits for everyone, but everyone can come to their own formula on how they can create something and see their way from beginning to end all the way through. And I find a lot of similarities between filmmaking and music, because I think the beats of a screenplay are very similar to the beats in music. You know, you have your kick, your hi-hat, your snare, and they have to relate, and they have to have a rhythm that works with each other, but then they also have to work with the bass line and the extra things that you add on top. And to me, those are character relationships. Those are different characters that interact with each other, and now they have different conflicts, and all of those things jive and they create a rhythm. And after a while, when I write, and if I prepare enough, my characters, my situation, and my setting and everything, the story starts to speak to me and tell me what to write.
Yeah, it's to me fighting basically the drive, the dedication, because you're gonna get a lot of bumps in the film industry. People are gonna tell you, oh, your film sucks, or you're horrible, this and that. So you gotta have thick skin. That's also in fighting, you know what I mean? So I learned that from fighting, also being in front of a camera and fighting. So I take that from my competing days. I still compete now, and I put that also in film. That's what me and him also gel in a way, because he's also a former boxer and I'm a kickboxer, so we kind of put that together, and we take everything from experience.
If someone doesn't have thick skin, can they learn it? Get through getting knocked down in this business?
If you have the determination,
yeah, you have to have
one or the other.
And determination.
You have to have the one or the other.
Yeah.
If you're determined enough, you develop the thick skin because you won't give up.
Yeah.
So then eventually the skin comes with it. You get harder with it. You know, I think I used to, criticism used to be a hard thing as a young child to accept, but you know, as I kept going up, I began to search and look for it, because good or bad, you can learn from it, you know. And I thirst for that criticism, because with it you get better, and in anything you do. So yeah, I think you need both, but you can survive with one for a while, but eventually you'll develop the other. If you got the thick skin, then hopefully you put it down and get the determination. But I think determination is number one.